Good day, this is Mrs. Phillips and this is my e-lesson, Rotasie, stasie, Rigting van die lewe. The following slide only shows the questions that will be answered throughout the whole slideshow. The first question was it learner-centered? Yes, the whole lesson was learner-centered. I only briefly explained at each station what the learners were expected to do. Thereafter, they had to complete the activity given and indicate to me that they had done. Were the learners actively participating? Oh yes, definitely. It was amazing to see how excited the learners were to have a lesson like this. Even the learners who usually don't work in class were eager to take part in the lesson. They were providing answers and even wanted to present some of the work. Was tea-bag balanced? Yes, I feel it was balanced. We had the correct amount of each in the lesson. Where on the SAMR scale will you place your lesson? I place it on augmentation, where functionally improves the task by using technology. Did the lesson incorporate all 4 C's? Yes, it did. With creativity, we used the flippity random name picker. It was creatively used by choosing destinations that are well known by the learners. For collaboration, the learners had to work together as a group to finish the activities given. Critical thinking, the learners had to complete the word search, so they were critically thinking, finding all the different words. In communication, at all 4 stations, the learners were meant to talk to each other and discuss among them what would be the best possible answer. What strategy did we use? We used rotation station. We had 4 different stations. By station 1, we used Flippity Madlibs. At station 2, we used ChatGPT. At station 3, we used a Flippity word search printed out on paper. And at station 4, we used Flippity random. How did my lesson accommodate the following? Attention. With the word search, the learners had to pay close attention to the amount of words they needed to find. In engagement, all 4 stations, the learners had to engage to be part of the activity. At consolidation, when a group finished their activity, they called me and had to present the activity, reading the story as a group or reading their poem, showing me the completed word search, and finally explaining their directions to me. With feedback, after the group finished their consolidation, I would give them feedback on what they did right and what they did wrong. An overall best group was also indicated. What tech did we use? Firstly, we used tablets at station 1 and 2. At station 1, the learners used the tablets for their Mad Lib story. At station 2, the learners used the tablets for their ChatGPT poems. We also used the laptop at station 4, where the screen was turned towards the group so they could see the flippity random name picker and on which topic it landed for them to explain the direction. I also used a laptop and a printer. This was to create the word search, where after I printed the word search on paper so that the learners could physically do the word search. What did we learn regarding technology this year? The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, I learned that technology really does enhance the learning process. Today's learners are more likely to engage in a lesson if it is made interesting with the use of tech. They want to see, hear, and be part of a lesson. They are more inclined to remember the lesson when they do it via tech. The bad, not all learners know exactly how to use the tech. Some learners have never worked on a computer. They've never worked with Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. Even if a learner has a cell phone, they only know how to use it. They haven't had experience with other tech. The ugly. Some of the more advanced students, when it comes to tech, started using it for other stuff. They would go into YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook during the intended lesson, and they did their own thing instead of focusing on. How deep did I go with technology this year? Can I go deeper, and how? I went deep, but I definitely can go deeper. This year, I stayed back a bit because I wanted to figure out what I understood about tech and how far the learner's knowledge of tech goes. In the future, as I learn how to use the different new apps and programs, I must look at teaching it to the learners. That way, we make it a combined learning effort, and we can build a better understanding of the different tech, how to use it, and how to implement it. Here we will see the different groups busy with their stations and a little video of how the lesson went and what we did. Thank you for watching my e-lesson presentation.